When you go through the MTE wizard, you set up default prices for your different ticket types, and you set a sales window as well. And then you're able to customize those prices based on the ticket type and the day of the week while you're in the wizard. And so when you come to pricing on your MTE timed entry event, what you'll be able to see are your different ticket types that you have for sale each night, and we're pulling in that ticket level color again, as well as that price that you set in the wizard. But there's a lot that you can do with pricing on TicketSignup, and so we're going to go through those different options that you have. Again, just like caps and time slots, this is calendar-based management of your pricing. So let's say that we want to update all the prices on Saturdays. So we come in here and we can see this breakdown of what our different prices are. It shows us the current price, and we can go in and edit an individual time slot, or we can edit it at the ticket type, at the ticket level. So let's start with general, and you have an option to edit all the time slots for general tickets on this particular date or for all Saturdays. And we're going to do all Saturdays here. And so this is the default sales window that we set up in the wizard. So we're charging $40 for a ticket on Saturday night, and ticket sales close 15 minutes after a time slot begins. One of the things that you're able to do, though, is actually create multiple sales windows, and this is what you would do for, let's say, a price increase. And so you'll see when I enter in that new date of this price of $40 is going to end on September 1st, I am now able to add another sales window. And that sales window automatically starts on the 2nd, so there's no gap, no tickets like sales closed or anything. And then I have the option to bump up this price to $45, and we're going to still keep it closed 15 minutes after time slot starts. But we have all these different relative time options, which make it easy to do these bulk updates to all Saturdays. You can keep the time slot open until it's actually happening, or a certain time before they happen. So again, we've got the $40 that goes until the 1st, and then we will increase the price to $45. This is a great pricing strategy. It creates a sense of urgency for attendees to buy tickets. When we do that save and we go back to our pricing, we can now see on Saturdays for the general ticket, our price range is $40 to $45. So it's showing us what all the different prices we've set are going to be, but it also keeps us, consistent of understanding what the current price is. So we know that it's $40 right now. It's not quite $45. And we can do the same pattern for VIP tickets, where we have the same price increase. So we can now add that sales window, and again, we're just going to bump up the price. Let's say this becomes $90, and then we can save that. And again, you'll see that all the VIP tickets on just Saturday are now ranging from $80 to $90, and we go in and we get that same view on the day view. Similarly, you can go into, this is one that we haven't edited yet on Friday. You can go in and you can make updates to specific time slots. So let's say that we know like 8 p.m. is our peak time, and we actually don't want it to be $35. We just want to charge $40 for 8 p.m. And we'll see that update is only made to this time slot that we edited. It's not impacting, these other time slots here. And then here we're going to bump up the price, and let's say it's going to be $80. And we can save that, and we see again we've got $80 set as that price. And you can zoom back out to the month view at any time and get a sense of what your pricing looks like overall for your event. So you have this nice toggle between digging into the details and verifying all of your different prices, but you can also get a quick glimpse of that at the month view and see if there's any sort of discrepancies or edits or opportunities to actually increase prices. One thing I want to show is volume pricing as well. So we have a really nice way of handling that. And one of the things that I'll sometimes see timed entry events do is they'll pick a particular date to give a discount when you bring a friend. So let's just assume that the 29th is going to be that day. And so we can just edit the tickets on October 29th. And one of the things we can do is have volume pricing. And so we'll say when there's one ticket in the cart, the ticket cost is going to be $30. But when there are 2 or more tickets in that cart, the price is actually going to get knocked down to $25. And then let's say if there are 4 or more, it's going to go down to $20. And so this is recognizing the pattern here. But essentially this means that if a person buys one ticket, they're going to pay $30 for that ticket. If somebody clicks 2 tickets or 3 tickets, they're going to pay $25 for each of those tickets. And if somebody buys 4 or more tickets, they are going to pay $20. And it's only going to apply to the general ticket on Wednesday, October 29th. So we made that update. And similarly, we can do that same pricing update for the VIP tickets. So we can turn on volume pricing. And so when there's 1 or more, let's say it's going to be $40. And if there's 2 or more, I don't think those prices make sense, but let's say it's $45. And then similarly, if there's going to be 4 or more, we're going to charge $40. And you can actually see when you're editing a particular day, like how many time slots is that impacting and which ones is that impacting. But we'll save that. And again, we see that update's been made. And like you can zoom out to our month view and we see that new range that's taking into account our volume pricing for October 29th. So pricing is managed just like caps and time slots, where you're able to make a single edit at a specific time slot on a particular day. You're able to do more advanced pricing like sales windows, volume pricing, and we have even more advanced options for you depending on what your pricing scheme is going to be. And you're able to also easily make these bulk edits and update a lot of different dates at the same time, or update a single date. So it works really well whether you are kind of setting up your pricing before you even open ticket sales and putting in place all those different sales windows. Or it works really well if you are on site and you realize there's a crowd and you want to actually bump up prices, or you're seeing a trend and Fridays are more crowded, so you're going to increase the future Fridays. So this is a really, really easy to use way to manage all of your pricing, and it's self-serve, so you can make updates at any time, and you have really effective ways to increase your revenue from your event by doing interesting pricing strategies like price increases and volume discounts.